Hello everybody, Jamie here from FMSCOUT. In today's video, I am bringing you the best football manager tactic on FM 2020. And I hope you guys are excited for this because this tactic is actually insane. It uses the attacking midfielders, as you can see on the screen. And attacking midfielders are really overpowered on this year's version in comparison to previous versions. But let's have a little look at the tactic. The download link is in the description, so if you guys want to try this out, please let me know in the comments, because honestly, I'll show you what we've done with Barcelona, and it really is unreal. I know you guys are going to mention about doing it with Barcelona, but I wanted to see how it does, because eventually you're going to get to a point on FM where you have a better team than Barcelona, right? You know, that's the aim. So don't use the comparison that I'm using an amazing team. It's the fact how good I did, how many goals I scored, and how much I dominated the team. You know, we can all say we can use a default style, a default tactic. Yes, it might do well with Barcelona, but I don't want to do well. I want to dominate. You know, I want to get this tactic out to anyone who's struggling with Football Manager. That's the aim. So if you can stay the entire length of this video, that would be massively appreciated. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So you can see this tactic uses a 4-3-2-1, which some people actually don't like on Football Manager 2020 for some strange reason. And you can see at the top, if you do download it from the description, this right here is what you want to download. So it's the 20.41 Fire and Water with points 103, and EC means he won the Euro Cup. We have a sweeper keeper, we have a wing back, 2 ball-playing defenders on defend, another wing back on support. Your wingers are on attack, your DLP is on support, you have 2 attacking midfielders on attack, and then you've got an advanced forward on attack. You might think by only having 1 DLP or 1 midfielder that you're going to be in trouble, but it's far from the truth. So we're playing a tiki-taka, which I thought suited Barcelona quite well. Bear in mind, I'm not going to be instant result in this. I'm going to actually play the entire season with this tactic, game after game. I'm not going to holiday, I'm not going to sim it, I'm not going to remove injuries. The only downside is I'm struggling on the right-hand side. I've only got Dembele, and I've not really got much backup. I mean, I've got Roberto that can play there, but I'm not going to make any signings. I want to see what the base team of Barcelona can do, and it's going to be interesting. But let's have a little look at the instructions. So you can see they play slightly shorter passing, passing to space, play out defence, low crosses, run at defence, work ball into box. They overlap on the left and the right, and they play a higher tempo. And then in terms of in transition, we've got distribute to fullbacks, counter and counter press, which I think will work really well with Barcelona. In terms of out of possession, you've got your much higher defensive line, your much higher line of engagement, your use offside trap, you've got extremely urgent pressing, which again will work really well with Barcelona. You've got prevent short goal kick distribution, and tackling you get stuck in. In terms of your defensive width, it is sat at narrow. But I want to see what player instructions we've got. So let's go to the players. So you can see the sweeper keeper has got take fewer risks and ease off tackles. Your wing back has so many instructions, which I think this suits a big team. Players who have got this quality to pull off this amount of instructions. I've never seen so many instructions on a wing back. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes. And then the right one, the one on the right hand side, doesn't have as many. So really strange. So maybe your left back needs to be better than your right back. But yeah, it's really odd that the wing back doesn't have that many. On the ball playing defenders now, the standard ones really have pass it shorter and mark tighter. The wingers have 2 of the same. So you've got tackle harder and mark tighter for the wingers. Your DLP has only got 2 as well, with tackle harder and mark tighter. And then onto the attacking midfielders now. You've got take more risks, move into channels, tackle harder, and mark tighter, and the exact same on the other one. In terms of your striker, he has got tackle harder and mark tighter. If you guys are going to use this tactic, I would really suggest having the sufficient depth. You're going to get a lot of yellow cards, and this is probably the tactic I've used this year that really has blown me away in terms of a big team. Of course, I've made it from the lower leagues to the Prem before, or the top tier of a save, and I've used tactics which have been good. We've gone on nice little runs and stuff. Of course, this was just blowing teams away, so I'm really shocked how good this is, and I urge you guys to give it a go and just see what you do with your club. You know, try it in the lower leagues, but this is based off the amount of instructions we're using on type of the quality that I want to show you in terms of the players we've got. So this does have some set pieces as well. You can see the BO 4-4-2 left and the BO 4-4-2 right. So you've got attacking set pieces for your left and your right hand side. You've also got the long throw, which again will be beneficial on both sides, but there's nothing for free kicks and there's nothing for defending on your corners or defending on your free kicks. Now, the moment you want to see, we're going to actually move these a year on and see what we did with Barcelona in just a year of using this tactic. Let's go. Let's start with the league table. Barcelona, first in the league table, 38 played, 35 won. They drew 2 and they lost 1 game. 138 goals scored in the league. Look at the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Only 19 goals conceded as well, with 119 goal difference on 107 points, which is 20 points more than Real Madrid. When you put that into context, that is really incredible. So that is the league table. Absolute domination. I mean, when you look at a screen like this and you just see lots of green, that makes me really happy. We had a really good run. We kind of fell apart. We actually lost the Supercopa against Valencia on penalties. So I don't really want to class that as a loss, to be honest. But we did lose to Atletico Madrid a little bit after that. We got a little bit, we had a bit of a bad stage right here. We're going to show you the stats of the players and stuff like that in a second. But it kind of almost fell apart in January, but we did manage to pick it back up before we drew against Real Betis, which I thought we should have won, but I think I had a lot of injuries on that right-hand side, and we were struggling at times. So I think depth is kind of massively needed because, you know, with the amount of cards that you get and the injuries that you get, it's very high tempo. And then we had 2 more draws as well, one against Man City in the Champions League. We did actually win the Champions League. We won 2-0 against Ajax. We got lucky because we drew 0-0 against City, but we won them 4-1 away. But you can see against Real Madrid at the start, I believe I had a big win. I had a 5-1 win over Real Madrid on the 4th game of the season, and 6-0, 5-0, 7-0, 3-0. Absolutely crazy. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 6-1, 4-1, 8-0 against Valencia in La Liga, which was the most crazy game I've ever seen. You know, we had a 1-0 against Mallorca. We had 4-0 against Valladolid. We had Granada 5-0. We really dominated, and it carried on through the entire season, which I was really surprised about. You know, the 4-0s, the 4-1s, the 4-2s was just kind of coming from everywhere. But let's see who was the most important part of this tactic. So you can see right here, almost everybody had a part to play in this tactic. There was a lot of players playing. You know, the only player that only played 1 game was Neto. Martin Braithwaite only played 2 games. But the main player of this tactic was Lionel Messi. 56 appearances, 37 goals, and 30 assists on top of that. Not only that, but Griezmann had 37 goals as well. Suarez had 28. Piqué, the centre-back, had 15 goals. He scored more than the wing-back. So the set pieces on top of the amazing tactic is really incredible. Dembele on that right-hand side had 12 goals, 12 assists. The wingers didn't do great, to be honest. You know, we had Dembele and who else do we have? Jordi Alba. They did okay. I mean, 14 goals and 12 goals. You know, 20 assists between them is really incredible. But you can see how much... I was playing Suarez up front as well, so bear that in mind. I was playing Griezmann and Messi at AMC, and 37 goals between them. 30 assists for Messi is just crazy. And you can see the attacking midfielders are so overpowered. But no, apart from that, what a season for the entire squad. So you can see from this screen on the league overview just how much we dominated. So you can see all the Barcelona players in here. You've got the goals, all 3 Barcelona players at 29, 24 and 19 in the league. Average rating-wise, Messi at the top with 8.1 for the entire season. But we were saying at the start of the video that Rakitic, the DLP, on his own as a centre midfielder might struggle. But he actually finished with the 3rd highest average rating in the team. So, you know, 1 centre midfielder really isn't that bad. And, yeah, we dominated. The yellow cards actually surprised me. We only had 88 yellow cards, which really wasn't that bad in comparison to kind of other saves I've done with these tactics. But Barcelona, yeah, 88 goals. You can see a few more stats here as well. You've got the away form was the best in the league. You've got this game scored in a row. We scored 15 games in a row. Games without losing 15 this season. A few more stats. Crosses completed. 401 crosses completed. Which in comparison to Real Madrid, you know, is like 51 more. Goals, 138. Comparison to Real Madrid at 72. That's a lot more goals. Goals from corners, 14, so the set-piece tactic really does work. Goals from indirect free kicks as well. Of course, Messi was probably taking the free kicks. Well, 17 goals from indirect free kicks. You've got chances created, 192 chances created, which, you know, when you look at how many we scored, 138, that conversion rate is really, really amazing. Shots on target, 515. Look at the difference between first, second, and third. Conversion rate of 13%. Fouls against 622. That's because of a high tempo, high pressing counter press. We forced a lot of teams to, you know, foul us. Dribbles per game, 20 dribbles per game for Barcelona. We only conceded 19, which was the highest in our league. Which again, the amount we scored was crazy in comparison to the amount we conceded. So honestly, it was really the perfect season. Of course, just to show off, we had the highest average attendance, which don't really matter. But yeah, what a season and what a tactic. I urge you guys to try this out, but that's been the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments if you're going to try it out. I urge you to try it, and please let me know how it goes on for you. But goodbye, everybody.